Your thoughts on teams taking that route where they schedule maybe, I wouldn't call Ferris State lower competition because they're the real deal, it sounds like. They're probably more talented than some of the lower FCS schools, it sounds like. But taking the lower conference games versus you got Idaho playing Pac-12 school in Cal this week. Do you have any preference on it all? And there's really no right or wrong answer. Just kind of your thoughts on covering it over the years. If you see any difference in teams preparing, anything like that.
Well, I think if I was Bobby, I'd rather play Western Oregon than Ferris State as far as D2 schools go. I don't know, a few years ago when I was a much younger man, University of Montana misplaced $1 million in their athletic budget. They were in a deficit.
Oh, geez.
So they started scheduling big games, big paydays.
Got to do what you got to do.
And every time they did, they got beat and they got beat up. I think it affected them later in the season. I mean, there's attrition every season. You get guys banged up, but Josh Schwager breaking a finger at Iowa, it wears on a team to go up a level and play a Pac-12 or a Big Ten school. It's fun. I mean, Iowa City was amazing. But, it's just it's a tough road to hoe. And once they made up that deficit, they didn't schedule those games anymore. I don't blame them.
Yeah, and I'm kind of in the same boat as you. We're on paper at first. You go scheduling the D2 matchup. And like I said, Ferris State's the real deal. But is it the cakewalk approach, this and that? And then I always think of Nick Saban in the SEC. People giving him crap for 15 years because he always schedules. This year they lost to Texas. That being said, they usually have a couple cakewalks on the schedule, but it seems like it works. And that's my bigger point is the war of attrition. It's like keep guys healthy. Rather go in and play a Cal this week, risk getting a guy hurt for conference play, or let's try to go in and get I don't want to say cruise to a victory, but have that chance to maybe rest your starters, whatever it may be. Again, this is a step up in your typical lower conference game, but I agree completely. I just thought it was interesting because it's a fine line between playing a Cal and then I know Idaho did beat Nevada last week and they got paid to do that. That's interesting, but the risk is there for injury, and yes, exactly. It's like, plus your team could get demoralized. You lose 70-3, all of a sudden it turns some heads. So